Hello everybody, Patricia here, and today we got another review time for you guys today, and it is of Seven Pirates H. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yep, this is the game that I picked up, like, it was announced, and like, ooh, this sounds interesting. Play as 7 characters, and hey, you can grow their tits to power them up. It's like, sounds like a fantastic game. I'm gonna pick that up. And yep, here it is. This is a interesting game to say the least. In this video I'm gonna go through a bit more, but I did put in about like 40, just under 40 hours, so I think about like 36 hours or so into this game. So that's why, kind of, a gap of uploads for Let's Plays, because I've been trying to work on this and put on the review, because I was like, last couple of reviews were mainly like Sega titles, Sega Atlas titles, so I just like, let me do something that isn't one of those, so I can, expand my reviews horizon, because yeah, and put out another review, because like first one was obviously 13 Sentinels, so something like this could be something this is wildly popular on the internet, right? So why don't we start and take a look at Seven Pirates H. Let's go. Hey guys, before this video begins, I just gotta let you know, because of the quote-unquote content of this review, some stuff might need to be censored / covered up, so it doesn't get taken down by the YouTube police. So there will be an uncensored version over on my Patreon. $1 a month you can donate to view any extra videos I might not put out even on YouTube. Might be some videos I thought they just weren't good, or some just other content that you guys might like. So please check out my Patreon down in the description. $1 a month, that's all you can do. You can donate more if you like, but yeah, if you guys want the full uncensored booby video, it's up on Patreon. Thanks for watching, and let's continue on with the video. Seven Pirates H, or Genkai Toki 7 Pirates, was originally released as a PS Vita game in 2016 in Japan, and re-released for the Nintendo Switch in spring 2022, because, Sony doesn't like ecchi games. It's the 4th game in the Genkai Toki series, following Monster Monpiece, Mario Chronicle, and Mario Crystal. It's a slightly better version over the Vita version, as it's in HD, has some quality of life fixes, and comes with all the DLC that was previously released. So the game has you starting off playing as Parut Kairi. She's off searching across the huge ocean for amazing treasures and riches, and to become a legendary pirate with her horny animal pal Otan. Along the way, she meets a variety of different monster girls that joins her on her adventure. They get into some mishaps on their adventures, but nothing stands in their way. So the story is fairly simple to understand and follow, and there's not really any big twists or turns in the story, in my personal opinion. This game is just horny. Unapologetically horny. From the characters, to the monsters, to the gameplay, to the dialogue, it's just all horny. And I like it. Games like these shouldn't be looked down at just because there are some big boobs and some paint shots. If you don't like these sort of games, just don't play them. Anyway, despite the art style, to me, it's kind of basic. I do like how it looks though. Majority of my playthrough of this game was in handheld mode, mainly because I don't want people in my house hearing what I'm playing, and it looked decent. But when I docked it to record footage, the colors really popped out and the details just come through. It looks pretty good for this kind of game. Throughout the game, you'll explore many islands on your ship. Each island has a different theme to them, and monsters that live on them. When you interact with the monsters, you enter a sort of ATB style turn-based combat, a bit similar to World of Final Fantasy, where your speed determines the turn order and you can change and interrupt that turn order. As you fight, you gain murmur points, or MP, either by dealing damage, taking damage, or using MP items. Once your MP reaches 200, you enter an aroused mode, a special mode where you won't be affected by status effects, no stat decreasing, and your stats will boost up. While in this mode, you'll also have access to a certain special move that will completely drain your MP but deal a whole bunch of damage. Now, instead of experience that you'll get to level up your characters, you get extracts, and you use those extracts to train your characters in certain regions, and that'll raise their stats and stat bonuses. You can make the girl's breast small as an A cup to be fast and nimble, or as large as Z cups to make them take and deal a lot of damage. Just make sure you enable the limit break from the extra content menu on the title screen. To get the results, you'll have to move the girl's breasts in a certain motion to grow or shrink them, so you can have them as flat as a board or swinging like a madman. In my personal opinion, if you don't want to mess up your Joy-Cons, do this in handheld mode. It'll be much more accurate. Once that's done and you're back at sea, you can accept side quests that involves you either defeating monsters or getting items from defeated monsters from multiple islands. And then there's your crew, named the DUBBY, and you'll find them either scattered on islands, floating along the sea, or rewarded to you from side quests. The more DUBBY you obtain, the more skills, shop items, and side quests you'll gain. And something that the game doesn't tell you is that the DUBBY may also be hiding in these gacha eggs that you'll get throughout the game, so make sure you do that every so often. Sponsor time. DUBBY is a clean energy drink that's made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or inks like other energy drinks. There are also no fillers or artificial dyes. DUBBY contains vitamins like B3, B6, C, amino acids, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. DUBBY allows you to have faster reaction times paired with laser sharp focus. They have a variety of flavored tubs, shakers, and accessories to choose from. If you want to start winning more, they made this for you. Go to the first link down in the description below and use the code POWERJ at checkout to save 10% on your order. That's POWERJ at checkout for 10% off your order. Thanks DUBBY for sponsoring this part of the video. Now back to the show. Alright, so let's start with the nitpicks, the things that doesn't really, lower the quality of the game. So, first off, there's no English dub, unfortunately, because when they announce it, they say, oh yeah, it's coming out, I believe the same day as the Japanese release, or just a month later, so I kind of a little bit expected that, yeah, there's not going to be an English dub. As with their previous titles, like Mario Chronicles, Mario Crystal, I don't believe they had an English dub to it, so same with this, no English dub. Wish there was, but oh well. Another thing, most of the battles are kind of easy. Now I know they said in the extra content menu that the battles may be a little bit easier depending on, what extra content you put on. I should have heeded that warning, so it's not the game's fault, it's my fault for, hey, I'm gonna put all these, extra stuff on, because, hey, they're there, why not use it, So, yeah, it's not the game's fault, it's on me. I kind of made it a bit easier, but there was literally just a moment where they kind of, one particular secret boss where it's just like, okay, this is kind of, that's a bit harder than majority of the game, mainly because of an issue that I'll talk a little bit later, but majority of the game was pretty much sweet sailing there. No nitpick is there's clipping, especially when you increase the cup sizes for the girls, just like, oh hey, my arm's just gonna go through here or whatnot. I think like if they had, you know, some models where they, you know, just adjusted like how the arms would go, where the weapons would go when you changed their sizes, I think that would have been a bit better. You know, shows the level of details and attention to details that they go through with the game. If they do that, that would be really cool, but not much of issues with it. So one last thing, I think the monster variation, I think that's just not much. There's a whole bunch of monster reskins or just different colors of monsters that you go see in the game. So I think they've really should, you know, make more different monsters in the game, not just reskin that you fight over and over and over again. So I think that's something they should have done. So for the main issues, I think the story was kind of forgettable. Even at this point, I kind of forgot, you know, hey, what's the major thing that happened with this character? Try not to get into spoilers, whatnot, because this is still a fairly new game, so I don't want to get into spoilers. But this game had that great of a story, but I kind of expected with this kind of game. It's like with Senra Kagura or Kanagawa Jet Girls. Hey, got this story, but it doesn't really matter all that much. Just, hey, got this goal, we're gonna do it. That's our main focus, straight to the point, and there you go. So there's not much character development. I mean, there are some. You get to go with, you know, the other girls, learn a bit more about them, but it's not that very in depth. But hey, what can you do? Kind of wish the story was a bit better. Let's talk about the MP system. I do not like the MP system. I do not like how it's just, hey, you start off at 50 MP and then you have to work your way up to 200. So that would essentially mean you don't really have any MP to use to attack or boost right at the start. So you have to fight a couple of turns until you have a certain amount, then you can use that MP. Now you have to get that MP back up again, and I did not like that. I think that's kind of a bad system. Said they should have, my personal opinion, have its own separate bar that'll raise up to boost the arousal mode, to have that go up instead of having the MP tied to the arousal mode. I want to use so many different moves because the game gives you so many skills, but with the rate that you get MP back, whether, you know, attack, defending, or whatnot, using items, it's not that much. And especially with the items that you get, you don't get much MP restoring items. Especially, you only get like 30 and 100, and that's only for a single character, so there's no all character equivalent of that. I guess that would be a little bit overpowered, I guess, but when you have all these skills at your disposal but you can barely use it, you can't even raise it. The max is 200, so kind of think there should have been just a separate bar for that arousal mode, while just have a standard MP bar system where it's at max and then you deplete it. And I think that would have worked really well. Oh, this issue I had a little bit confusion with. Kind of hard to understand the Boobykin info list. So there's a list when you get into the game where, hey, there's these kind of dialogues that you see, and they're essentially clues as to find some Boobykins or items and whatnot. But as soon as you read it, and it'll say, hey, you already read this. So if I decide to, just stack them all up, then later on, okay, I'll just check all of this off just to finish it, like it's some kind of glossary sort of like that, right? And then, oh hey, look, I'm finding all these Boobykins all over the place. I don't know which Bootkin goes to which info selection sort. I wish they just had a little check mark to let you know, hey, you did this info request and you finished it, so you're done with that. Now just go down the list and you can finish that off. Now there are some of the info list that is just, oh hey, here's a clue as to find where to go next, or here's something where to find this item. That's not really tied to the Bootkins themselves, so that's just, there should be just some sort of separate list as to is specifically for the Bootkins, is for all miscellaneous other items and whatnot. And the last, and I think probably the one that is most detrimental to the game, is that there's just some boring design and short layouts to the dungeons. Some dungeons are even reused and just, you know, slightly reskinned, like, oh hey, here's a select here that was originally here and whatnot. So the design layouts are kind of bad, and they're literally only just either 1 or 2 rooms max, even, except for the final dungeon where it's just, well, it's literally just the same floor over and over and over again, but just, hey, you're climbing up this spiral staircase, so it's different. Yeah, the design layout, and it should have looked a bit better in my opinion. It's just not that well. I think it's just like, it's probably a sort of budget title, kind of. I'm not really sure. I mean, this is the 4th game in the series, so people do like this game. Like, I picked this up. I just wish there was some better design to the dungeons and wish they weren't so short. I'd like to explore a bit more, see what else is there. It's not that long to get through the dungeons. You can, oh hey, look, just go straight to the point. You can avoid all the monsters if you can. Some of them, they literally just like run right towards you. You can't even change your own speed to add to that. So just, the design layout could have been greatly improved. Alright, so that is it for this review of 7 Pirates Age. There's a whole lot of boobs, a whole lot of ecchi, you know, horny stuff to this. It's cool from visual standpoint. The designs could have been better. Story could really be improved on. I don't think that's what most people came to the series to play. But there is some improvements to this game, despite, you know, hey, it's all horny and whatnot. You can have a good story to a horny game. They don't have to just, oh no, horny story, no, you can have that. But yeah, I kind of recommend it, but get it on a sale. It's on the eShop as well. Decided to get the physical version from Play Asia because, hey, physical version is better. It just took a long time to get it. Like, I think it took about a month after its initial physical release, or like at least a couple weeks after. So yeah, I was a little bit behind on it. So we wish Play Asia could do better on shipping. But shipping from, this is an Asian version, so from Asia, I think Japan, no, I think this is I believe just Asia copy. So, oh well, I can't do anything about that. Just, But before I leave you off today, just is a little bit off topic, but kind of related to it. Marvelous / XSeed / Honey Prey Games. If you're watching this, just I just want you guys to know, if 7 Pirates Age can come out to the Switch, no censoring at all. You can literally put boob growth mechanics in there, rub boobs however you want. Please put Senran Kagura 7 on Nintendo Switch. Not put it on the PlayStation anymore, because PlayStation does not care about Senran Kagura games, edgy games, big boo games. Please put it on the Switch. You guys, seen the success for Reflections and Peach Ball, Metal Ball, Spin Ball, the pinball game on Nintendo Switch. Please, if you guys can, make the game for the Switch. Make Senran Kagura 7 for the Switch, please. Like, a whole bunch of fans are asking, and we even want an update to the game. It's been 9-10 months since the game, well, not the game, the 10th anniversary site went up, and there's nothing to the site. You guys haven't updated that in a long while. Even the mobile game that you guys put out is getting more updates than your actual mainline series, so please. And now to some kind of update for Senran Kagura 7. With Senran Kagura 7 on Nintendo Switch, and we can all be happy, please. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm not sure if I'll put a link to the game down in the description below, whether eShop or PlayAsia. I think that's probably the only other place to get it. I believe this is a PlayAsia exclusive, so yeah, so I'll probably leave the link there. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, share with our friends. Check out links in the description below for my social media links, and I'll see you guys soon with my next video. Power out. Yeah.